Good morning, students. So today I will tell you the question answers of entrepreneurship which I had left in last video. So write down, fill in the blanks and question answers. So first fill in the blank. That is, the word entrepreneur has come from the French word entreprendre. E-N-T-R-E-P-R-E-N-D-E, entrepreneur. Second one is the process of action an entrepreneur undertakes to establish an enterprise is called entrepreneurship. Third one, the person who developed Apollo group of hospitals was Dr. Pratap Reddy. Fourth, the chairperson of Wipro is Azim Premji. Next, second part, question answers. Who is an entrepreneur? So, the businessmen are the entrepreneurs. See page number 160, first page of the lesson. Their meaning of entrepreneur is there, no? Second line. Entrepreneur is an innovator of new ideas and business processes. He possesses management skills and strong team building abilities and essential leadership qualities to manage the business. So that you have to write for first question. Next, second one, entrepreneurship is a creative activity. How? Second one answer, page number 160 only again. Entrepreneurship heading is there, no? There again that second line. Entrepreneurship is a creative activity. It is the ability to create and build something. It is a knack of sensing the opportunity where others see chaos, contradiction and confusion. Again continue that in next page, that is entrepreneurship is the attitude of mind to seek opportunities, take calculated risks and derive benefits by setting up a venture which comprises of numerous activities involved in it. Next, third one, what are the characteristics of entrepreneurship? See here again page number 161. Understood? Characteristics of entrepreneurs. You have to write heading and you have to write all those points. It might be something 11 or 12 points, they will become point wise. You have to write creativity, dynamics, team building, problem solving, risk taking, commitment. That way you have to write. See here second answer, whatever I have said you, that you have to make point wise and write. And so don't write like a paragraph. Point wise you write. Next, fourth one, explain the importance of an entrepreneur. Importance of entrepreneur. See page number 163. The heading is there now. Importance of entrepreneur. In that heading, that paragraph is there now. The whole paragraph you have to write. Starting from entrepreneur occupies a central position in a market economy. From there till end, you have to write point wise. If you don't write full paragraph, at least 8 points you have to write, 8 to 9 points. You make point and write one by one. So here, first part business studies has or is completed. Next, I'll start history's third lesson, that is impact of British rule in India. So in this lesson, it is very interesting lesson, and how the impact of British rule was on India. Here in earlier chapters you studied about battles, that is Carnatic Wars, Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, and 3 Anglo-Maratha Wars, 2 Anglo-Sikh Wars, Subsidiary Alliance, Doctrine of Lapse and all in history. Now we will study about how when the Britishers they fought these all wars and they were more successful in establishing their control over India. They started their own administration system in India. In India, whatever the administration system was going on, they started removing it one by one and they started establishing their own system in India. So how they established, what all they started, and how the Indians faced the problems at that time. See, at that time many Indians were illiterate. Understood? So here it was very difficult for them to understand what the Britishers said and what all they did. Why? Because they did not had any rational thinking at all. So it was very difficult for Indians, and also they believed the Britishers. So see here, the British East India Company fulfilled its commercial needs in the beginning as a trade company. On observing the fractured political landscape of India, wherein hundreds of ruling dynasties were competing with each other, the British thought of exploiting the situation to further their political consolidation. They implemented divide and rule policy among the Indian rulers and slowly dominated all the rulers and subjugated them. In order to achieve complete domination in India, they employed war and negotiation method cleverly. So here the Britishers, that is the East India Company, which was started in India, first of all they came to know about the system of India. How it was, the kings were there, kingdoms was there. If one king he attacked on the other king, the king who would win, he would capture the whole thing which the earlier kings was there. The king who lost, understood, is to capture everything, and again that king would be more powerful. In this way the Indian system was. So when they came to know in India this all is going on, it was for them like an opportunity. Understood? How it became an opportunity? They could easily divide and rule. Their policy was dividing and ruling. Understood? So here what happened? They first of all they came to India as traders. Understood? They first started in India as a trading company, but later on they became more powerful than the Indians and entire India they conquered. In last chapters you have studied how they cunningly took help of the kings to establish their own administration in India. They would help one king, and again what happened? They would make him to fight with the other king. When the king would win with the help of the British, he would be like a puppet in their hands. And they, by introducing different policies like subsidiary alliance, doctrine of lapse, understood, dual government system, they introduced. By introduction of these all systems, they again took control over many places. Understood? In this way what happened? They became in one way or the other way more powerful. Understood? So here see, they exploited the situation. Understood? What all opportunities they had got, what all situations were there, they made use of those situations and they were successful in that. So see, after getting India under control by employing various clever means, the British thought of strengthening their hold over India permanently. Then India was devoid of one nation concept and was scattered into various kingdoms. Understood? So here when they came to know that in India this kind of system is there, that is kings, kingdoms are there, and no particular patriotism, our nation, this kind of feeling they don't have. Understood? The Indians, they don't have that kind of feeling. So they made use of that opportunity. When they started trading in India, they came to know that the Indians are not united. Understood? Different kings are there, they have different kinds of rules, they have different kinds of administrative system, their speaking languages are different, their religions are different. So due to this what happened, they made use of this opportunity. They came to know that Indians are not united. Understood? They don't have the concept of one nation, unity, integrity and all. So what happened? They made use of this thing and they started to think that to rule the entire country, to have full control over the country. Why? Because India was a very rich country and almost commercially they had weakened Indians. The British integrated the whole of India under one administrative and political structure. Education, judiciary, land taxes, trade and agriculture and other various areas of activities were regulated under various laws and administrative system. This brought in a new structure to India. So here the Britishers, now you came to know, due to Sikh wars they had control over the Punjab. Due to Anglo-Maratha wars they had control over almost the places which were under Marathas. Understood? Bengal, Odisha, in this way the southern part, the western, eastern and northern part were almost controlled under the Britishers. So here most of the Indian areas or territories were under the control of the Britishers. It was very easy for them to bring the other areas under their control. So by this what happened, they gained control over those all areas and they thought of bringing same policy or same rule throughout India. Understood? Not kingdom wise or not region wise and all. They wanted the land taxes, the administrative system, the judiciary system and again the education system throughout India, it should be same. There should be no differentiation between one region, one area or the other. Why? Because it was ruled by the Britishers. The entire India was ruled by the Britishers. So here, this brought in a new structure to India. While implementing all these measures, they never forgot to protect their financial interest. The British East India Company implemented various administrative experiments in order to achieve a new order in India. So here, while they wanted to start to capture the entire India and start the same education, rule, land tax policy, judiciary system, commercial laws, whatever that was there, before starting that, what they did? They never faced any loss. That is financially. Financially they were more powerful. Understood? They took how much possible it was, that much money from India, wealth from India. They never neglected their finance. So in that first one is administrative and judicial system. Administrative